in theory, I had 20 minutes time to do some stuff in the morning. I'm trying to have 10 minutes every morning that I can do something joyful that makes me happy before I even go to work, so that I called it something 10 minutes of joy or something, I don't know. So that I basically I have this feeling sometimes that when I get home from work, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do something creative today, otherwise my day is wasted, kind of. Not that serious, but in a similar vein. And so I decided I'm writing a letter to a friend right now, and I don't have many decorated letter writing pages. I love to decorate them myself. It uses up some ephemera that I have, and also I can use paper that I want to use. And so I thought, why not do that right now? And then I want to start, and because I didn't want you to be able to read what I wrote, this needs to be straight. I didn't want to show this on camera, but I actually have 20 minutes this morning because I'm all done with brushing teeth and all the things. So that's cool. I took some notes yesterday on what I want to journal about, and this bunny was left over from here. I didn't feel like it would fit over here. These washi stickers kind of come off, so I'm not sure how I like that. So I wrote down surprise day off. I completely forgot that I was off on Monday, and we are having our first fall winter storm, and it's raining cats and dogs, but also it is snowing in the mountains. And on my way to work, I can already see the snow dusting on Mount Rose, which is basically the indicator that the season is changing. Like in the summer months, it takes a long time for the snow to melt on Mount Rose. So I thought, and then I also, because it's colder and we're having a fall storm come through, I wore long pants to work for the first time in a while. Like basically, I don't wear any long stuff in the summer, starting from maybe the end of April until just yesterday. That's something that I want to commemorate. And I don't know how that bunny will fit into this at all, but I'm just gonna stick it down because I really like full pages. Sorry. This wren, as well as, no, it's gone. Okay. My desk is already a mess. I just came back the other day, and this Lumos from Tom's Studio are my go-to journaling pens in my traveler's notebook right now, and I'm really happy about how it's turning out. I feel like using so many different fountain pens like here made it extremely busy. It's not bad per se, but it just it's another decision that I need to make. What pen am I going to use? like this one is really lovely, but only having these two really reduces the choices that I have to make, and that's seems to be important to me right now. And I've been really loving these big letters recently, so I'm just gonna continue with this until I don't like it anymore. Now that okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Maybe what I need to do is actually this. Now I'm going over the, this happens to me so many times, but it's okay. Now, the question is, how am I going to, I think I'm going to use this one. Maybe I need to change the tips, this one from to the front, because that is the one that I prefer actually over the one that I have here. This is a really fine needle tip, which is super fine. And this one is a little bit bigger. It's a felt tip. And I think that's all that I'm going to write, even though this is such a big title thing, whatever. That's all I want to know and note. So then I also would like to put okay, I'm just gonna call this quits right now, and now I'm using the thinner tip to outline this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to color it in, but wow, these pant pockets are absolutely not the same. Big butt, cannot lie. Okay, that's gonna call it. I'm not going in for perfection, but my timer went off. I need to go. I'm so glad that I started this week. As you can see nothing, but I talked about the first snow. It's not just on Mount Rose, it's also my own house mountain that has a little cover of dusting of snow. Okay, well, that's interesting. Today is Wednesday, still Wednesday, and it's the day that I usually go on a bigger adventure with Max. We're going on a small off-leash loop, but I want to show you something. Well, now you can't even really see it, but up here, I live over there. My house mountain has a little bit of snow on the top, which is, I find it very early. I'm not sure if I'm completely off, but it's early. And there's more mountain behind this little incline up there too, and the top of those also have a little bit of snow dusting. Yeah, I don't know. This is so good for this dog. So we are practicing a lot of recall, being just a good dog. It's hard for him, but yeah, trying my best. And because I haven't shown my face in a long time, or in a while, here I am, hello, still showing the face of a normal person on the YouTube. No makeup, haven't worn makeup ever, I believe. But yes, I'm so glad you are here. I'm so glad I am here. Let's do this. Let's see what other things I'm up to for the rest of the week. Can you see this? I think this is a hawk. I'm still not good at identifying raptors, but I heard it sing, make noise earlier, and I think this is a hawk. Pretty sure. Oh my God, it's over there! This is totally a learning curve for me. I haven't trusted Max. And he is so good. So I'm letting him do things, giving him more range every time we're out and off leash. But I'm just such an anxious person. So him jumping through these fields, whatever, brush, sage, colonies, I have no idea what this is called, makes me nervous as heck. But he's like so good at coming back to me and checking in, waiting on me. So it's like, yeah, I can let him until I can't. I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna be disappointed in him. Maybe he's super trustworthy. I haven't had a situation yet where I thought I basically would go home without a dog, but I'm actually considering getting one of those Fi collars. He currently has an air tag in his backpack, but that is just not really the thing. So let's see how this is going to work out. And the other thing I wanted to say is I'm not sure how this dog got his exercise before we did this, because he's like probably going the same loop that I'm going 5 times because he's running around so much. 10 minutes of joy can also look like making dinner in the crock pot right after you ate breakfast before you leave for work in the morning. Just seems like this is a 10 minutes of joy video snippets. So yeah, I'm going to make tomato sauce And yes, I make it from scratch with onions, garlic, fire roasted tomatoes from Trader Joe's. What else? Carrots, celery, impossible meat. If you're a meat eater, I would put ground beef, Italian seasoning, can of tomatoes, and when I'm doing it in the crock pot, I add quite a bit of just regular water because I have the feeling, I feel like there's a lot of liquid evaporating, and it's going to be hopefully not as liquid as it feels right now. The impossible meat I put in my pan first and just brown it because it doesn't feel right to put it in there without you know, cooking it through, even though impossible meat doesn't need to be cooked through. Same with if I were to put ground beef in here, I would do the same thing. And I think I'm going to, I'll leave it out, put all my tools into this thing, put this aside, put it on the machine. I already actually prepped, hello. I actually, when I made dinner last night, I cut all the veggies. I'm like so successful this week, but that's a rare occurrence. So don't feel bad. It was just, I had time. I needed to wait for something else. I was like, what if I just cut this all right? So maybe I have time to journal later, like today. And if I'm keeping chatting with you right now, it's not gonna happen. So let's do this. I wanted to show you what I do when I'm working on evaluating my pens, because I think the more important part, this is how I did my currently inked in August. Let's just go there first. I put my pens and inks in over here, and then when I filmed my review, I wrote a sentence about the pen over here, plus graded the pens, and then ranked them among this batch of inked pens. But how I was able to get to that single sentence was by writing my impressions in about half a page. This is A5 Sanzen Tomoe River paper. And the things that I'm writing about is basically the first thing that comes to mind, obviously. But then I'm also trying to answer the questions of how do I like the ink? Like, how drawn am I to this pen when I'm choosing a pen? Is this one that I'm choosing more often over others, for instance? How do I enjoy writing with it? How is the flow of the ink? How do I feel about the line width? How do I feel about the wetness or dryness of the ink? How do I enjoy holding the pen? How do I like the size? How comfortable is it? What do I think about the ink color? All that goes in this. It's not a lot, and I just wanted to see if you wanted to come along. Really? Oh man, Jelly, don't. Friend, please. Dude, no, don't sit right on my journal, please. Nah. Yeah, consider your actions, my friend. But what? Don't. Over there. No. To choose. So it's Saturday. I am so tired. My husband is participating in a 3-day marathon thingy-majig where you run around Lake Tahoe. And even though on the map it looks like we live really close, I am driving 2 hours every morning. Yesterday I got up at 4. Today I got up at 5. Tomorrow I think I have to get up at 5:30. And I'm just like so tired. And what I've been doing is I've been putting all the things that I wanted to do in chilling on the couch into this tote from Tokubetsu Memory, and now I want to get situated at my desk again, which means that I need to do a little bit of clearing stuff up. And I mean, that's just how it is here. I am cleaning up all the time, so why not today with you? And yesterday, on a whim, again, I seem to buy pens on a whim most of the time. Well, first of all, I was enamored with this amazing Pro Gear Slim from Ancora Ginza in Japan. It is a Halloween-themed witch pen, but wow, it just speaks to my heart. Like, the finial is a book. The nib engraving is a witch's broom. The colors of the pen are just amazing. And it's kind of a reasonable price, but also if I ordered that, it's releasing on the 24th, I believe. I don't know if I would even be able to get one, but I was really tempted to put this in my calendar and, buy. Be there, be at the ready to purchase it in October, whatever, 24th maybe. And then a friend of mine posted some pens for sale, and voila, I ended up buying one of them. But actually, I'm not really sure that I was like, okay, well, then I'm going to sell one of my pens. So I have room for it. And actually, these need to move all one over. But I looked. These are the pens in order of when I purchased them. And the earlier you get, this is from 2023 or 2. The further you get to the, they're like really close together. And then in recent years, it's been more and more pens. But what I'm trying to say, or what I'm saying is, I'm looking at all of these pens here, and I'm not sure that there is a pen that I really would want to sell. Like, I don't think I want to sell Sally, even though this is a Pro Gear Slim and it would replace this one. No, I don't feel that way. And then where's the other one? The other pouch. This is moving over here. Let's see if this is still correct. I love having them sorted by when I purchased them, but also it's really hard to keep track. So the one that I was thinking of is maybe I want to sell this one. This is but the thing is, two things. You can't really see how gorgeous this pen is when you look at it through a photo. It is a diamond cast, and I think it's called Cosmic Wine, or so. It's really pretty, very pretty. But I have another Bone Crusher 7 Studios pen. I don't think that I want to This one is one that I would think of selling. It's just not the color that it's called aubergine. When has an aubergine looked like this silver grayish purple? That's not the right name. It bugs me so much. Oh well. But it has an engraving, and I don't think that many people would want this. But if you do, let me know. Then here's the other Bone Crusher 7 Studios pen. And I really like this one too. This one is a Relic pens that I traded in for another pen with my friend Wendy Sue. And yeah, it's kind of boring, but also not. And I'm not feeling the selling just yet. So it's also, I don't have to sell. Now, does it go here? Well, I need one more space. So I think it goes here, and then this one goes here. This Arkenstone is not going to leave. Max, leave it. And then this stork. Did I ever tell you that when I was in Germany, I saw a stork on the rooftop? And I tried to take a photo and film it, but I'm not sure that I actually caught it. And then this Lamy is also not for sale. This is the Lamy Itoya Copper 2, I believe is what it's called. I really like the matte finish of this one. Then I have my two new Benus and then the space for this new pen. And that's all the pens that I have in my current rotation. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I haven't used this one in a long time. But also, this is so affordable that, like, if I wanted to recoup money in order to make sure that I wouldn't have purchased it if I didn't have a pen budget available to me. But if I said, okay, I want to recoup it so that I can save up for a more expensive pen, this is not going to make a huge dent. So yeah, I'm not. And it could be a really fun play pen too. So maybe I'll put in a funky shimmer ink. Oh, I have an idea for this one. I recently swatched Mr. Nose's Peepers, which I almost purchased yesterday as well. I'm so not here. Let me check where the ink is. So where is that ink? I think it was before, maybe here. Yeah. And it has this purple shimmer. This could work really well in that pen. I like this idea a lot. And it's a medium nib, I believe. Yes. Medium Schmidt nib usually handles shimmer inks quite well. That could be a cool idea. Where do I want to write that down? This is an old thingamajig pen. It's not that I have a ton of pens here. There we go. All right, and this is I almost purchased an ink bottle of this ink yesterday, but then I remembered, wait, you received a sample of this, and the other ink that I almost purchased was this one, the Navy Beans. because I actually really like this one. And it would be supporting a small shop. I love helping others develop inks with ink makers that are like, you know, special, means something to them. But then I realized you haven't even tried these inks in pens. And so I thought, it could be a cool video to put together another palette of inks that I would like to use next. All three of these are included, and then definitely this one too. This would probably and totally stand out, but actually I think this would work. All four of those would work really well together. And then another purple. That would be fun. Yeah. But I could not find a pen that I was like, yeah, let's get rid of this one. There's no pen here that I feel strongly about letting go, which is a good feeling to have, I think. I like knowing that all the pens that I have in my rotation collection evoke warm, fuzzy feelings. That's so funny. La la la. Not warm, fuzzy feelings, but feelings where I don't think that I want to let them go because they just feel like they belong here. Let me quickly zoom out to show you the state of the desk. This is what we're looking at. This pile over here is what I want to get rid of. I want to put stuff away. Cat Collage Club does collage sheets, and usually or often Maike puts them in a tiny, these are called the tiny sheets, where she makes the designs smaller. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to print them on regular size paper because they should be small enough for me to use. But I don't think that was a great idea because maybe these would work. But if I want to use this in my journal, it's basically all full. And I don't have a lot of space to add multiple things. So what I thought, well, first of all, I just finished a letter yesterday and I decorated the letter writing papers as I went. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I kind of felt not like I could have done a better job, but it was like, I want to do more than just one and maybe get rid of some of the things that I have. And when I saw this here earlier, I was like, oh, I could just use some of these. I think this one would work well. I'm not reading to anybody. I like this one and that. And this one, these are totally fall themed ones that I could use. I'm a little hesitant about the Halloween themed things because I don't know if I'm going to write another letter before the end of the month. And yeah, so would I actually love sending a letter in December with Halloween themed things? That would mean I would need to keep it until next year. And that's not the idea that I am having of letter writing papers. So yeah, I think I could use all of these. Like this one is nice, this one, these both could go together somehow on a page. Yeah. So that's something that I would like to do. Maybe we can do some of this together. I also received my Extravagant Hope Kit mailer. I don't want to call it kit because it's not something that is specifically made for crafting. And I'm also something that I didn't think of when I signed up for the ink mass swap is how anxious it would make me. Yeah, I know I'm generally an anxious person. I I am I am acknowledging that. However, um, it's I feel kind of pressured because it's like the presentation matters, but don't spend any money. So like now I'm supposed to be creative on command with some sort of advent ink sample swap that is presented in a specific way. And I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. And on the other hand, my negative Nelly Simone is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nothing is good enough. I can't think of anything. It's the time frame, which I'm supposed to be sending it out by November 15th at the latest. I still have a month left. So it shouldn't be stressful, but I'm making it stressful. And I feel like if I'm waiting any longer, I'm going to stress out over this even more. So that's something that I would like to work on this weekend, most likely. And I have so many ideas, but also then, no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. We also committed to no, like, I get what you get feeling. Like, it comes here and I am receiving it and I will not say anything negative about it. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, and then you're not supposed to send anything else, or maybe I didn't understand it, because I feel like the person that I'm swapping with is someone who is more of like, or that's how she comes across on her Instagram, is like a junk journaler. And I have so many things that I wanted to use as junk journaling material, so I could totally share some of the stuff that I have collected over time. But then I'm like, am I allowed to do this? But would anyone even know? Yeah. I'm overthinking this, clearly, but this was the card that came in my Extravagant Hope mailer. And I think number 6 for me would be stop fretting about every tiny little thing that goes on in your life. Don't overcomplicate things. Just do it. Yeah, that would be my number 6. But I think I want this somewhere prominent in my 2026 creative journal. So I don't know where to put it. Oh, I could tape it against the wall over here, which I've been taping a lot of things and I really like it. So that's what I'm going to do. And then if I remember to use it, I can use it in my creative journal. There we go. I've been taping cards here and photos, and I really like it. But I want to put this in here, and so I do want to journal, but I also, and then I watched a video yesterday by Jane of JP Pen and Inks, and she had this fun currently inked video where she used a prompts list to pick the pens inspired by Lori from Lori Tata. I don't know her channel right now. And so I thought maybe next month I could do that. But in one of my videos recently, I asked, okay, this pen needs cleaning. currently inked prompts. The reason why this sounds so unhealthy is because there is a this ruler pencil board right behind here, and it makes writing the paper feel very hard and stiff. This is not usually how this pen writes. This is actually very, very smooth to pick pens. So I asked how you pick pens, or when you do monthly currently inked something, like when you have pen and ink rotations, like several of the YouTubers do, like I do. I feel like I'm stretching mine out over more than a month. So I don't want to include myself in that category because I'm not as strict as like, okay, from October 1st to October 31st, that's when my pens for October are inked, and then on November 1st or the evening of October 31st, I am uninking them all. That's not how mine works currently with my pens, and I do have more pens inked right now. Let me check where the currently inked is for October. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pens. Then I inked a new acquisition and 2 gifted pens from Benu. So I have 3 more pens inked. That is 13 pens. And I'm just working my way actually in the order that I wrote them down here, because I'm like that. Can't go out of order. So I'm working my way slowly through the pens and writing down my impressions. I am checking in all the different places where I'm logging the pens and inks. If I've logged the pen already, and I just got done, I believe, with the Benu Euphoria. Yes, right here. I showed you earlier, and so that's 4 out of 13. So I still have 9 more pens to go. It's the middle of October. I don't think I will be done by the end of October, and I'm not making myself being done. I'm just going through this, and if there is a pen where that is empty before I'm done or so, I'm just gonna empty it out and clean it. I'm not going to re-ink it, so I have that whole rotation with me to the bitter end. If that makes sense. I think it does. But yeah, so I'm slowly, like, dabbling here, doing that. I'm trying very hard not to hyper focus on one thing in my creative space. But how did I get here? Yes. So I found, now that I identified this question, how do I choose pens and inks that I want to ink up for my next pen and ink rotation, currently inked pens, I found that it seems like I'm mostly starting with the inks. I mentioned earlier, these are the inks that I want to use next. I've already identified these 3 and this one. But I don't really, besides that AdMock M100, I have not identified any pens yet. Or I picked specifically pens that I might put aside, like I'm in my mind putting aside these inks that I put aside into maybe a separate pen case, so that I then can pull them out and say, okay, I'm starting with these. So yeah, that's something that I asked in one of my previous videos, and since then I have been like low-key observing. I have been observing. Yes, that is correct English grammar. How I choose pen and ink pairings. And as I just said, mostly it happens with ink colors. And so now I'm curious if you've been observing yourself more closely after hearing me pose that question, if you have identified how that goes about. I think it's different if you're just, and that's not a judgment at all, if you're not having a specific set of pens inked every month for a specific time period, and then you're inking up new pens, and you just, as you go, you ink up pens, you clean pens, and there's always this fluidity that is happening in your currently inked pens, if that is even a thing that you're thinking about. So I'm not sure that would pertain to you. But please enlighten me in the comments down below. It's a really interesting way to distract myself from being anxious about other stuff. But yeah, so that's a long story short. You know, Jane found these prompts to pick pens, and she seems to be struggling similarly with like, how am I picking my pens and inks? And so Lori Tada had a prompts list to pick pens. The newest pen, a gifted pen, a pen from Amazon, stuff like that. Bougie, classic, prompts like that. And I really think that I want to do that. And that's why I'm taking down the note. La Jane. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm already planning ahead. So my plan for my currently inks until the end of the year kind of goes like this. I have none. No. I have 13 pens inked. I am assuming that it will take me longer to go through them, to use each one for a period of time and just enjoy it. I love putting together pens and inks and inking them up and having fun with them. But I'm also not really wanting to just unink them after one single use. So I want to give myself the joy of inking up pens, but I also want to give myself the opportunity to experience it for a while. And so I'm not going to unink these pens on October 31st, so sometime in the month of November. I'm low-key thinking that might be closer to the middle of the month. I'm probably done with this rotation, so I have another rotation that could happen before December and the ink mass swap. I am planning, my idea is to take the ink samples that I get from my partner and then ink pens with those. Didn't I have a paperclip tin earlier? Where did it go? Well, I'm going to put this right here for now. And so I want to be done with my November-ish rotation by when does that start even? Maybe we need a calendar. Look how beautiful, what is that, September looked? Yeah, this is October. And then this is November. So we are, though, looking at December. This is no school. So the 25th, there's, I think, 13 inks. Do we know? Yes, we do. We can find out. 12 days. That would make sense. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I want to be ready and have all pens clean by December 14th, so that when I start with the Inkmas ink samples, I have all pens that I have in my possession available to me. So let's see. We have one more full week of October. It is crazy. Time is running so fast right now. And then this is the last week of October with the first 2 days. So if I'm using 2 pens a week, that would make 2. So we're done with 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, that could work. If I go 3 pens per week, I could use one this weekend, so we're at 5. Plus 3 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. Plus 3 is 14. So I would be done around here. And yes, you don't have to think about a filming schedule, but I certainly do. So if I'm saying goodbye to my pens towards this, then I'm starting to think about the inks, blah, 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 more towards this week. And that could work. I think that's going to work. And then I'm going to ink new pens around here. So I have 1, 2, 3. Maybe I just won't have that many pens inked. That would be a thing. And then, yeah, that is going to work. And yeah, as I said earlier, you don't really have to plan this in a calendar at all, but I'm weird like that. So I'm putting away stuff as I talk. Not really, but I didn't put this in here, and so it's out. And this one, actually, I need to put it into my, let me check the ink level. Maybe it's the ink level in the, yeah, look at this. There is not a lot, and that's why I need to clean this pen. That's the reason why it looks so wild. So then I have stuff that I want to put away. This was given to me by my friend Jamie. It's a book, pocket size notebook that I want to put into my stuffs. So I want to keep this. And then I brought, these are stamps. Maybe I'll just leave this out here for my journaling session that I wanted to add to this video, but I don't think it's going to happen. So this to the side. Now I'm not doing anything right now. So where did I put my elastics? Right here. So I want to put the books to the side so that I can actually make space on the table, which is the idea of this whole chat. Okay, this is good. And then this is an A5 blotting paper. Where do I want to put it? No sé. I think I want to put this in here. So, well, why don't we finish cleaning up, and then we could decorate some more paper. Maybe no, maybe yes. I have some book updates. I don't really know where I got the recommendation from. But I'm guessing it was Brandy Kincaid, actually. And the book is called The Busybody Book Club. It's a cozy mystery with old people. So I would assume that if you like the Thursday Murder Club, this would be very... Well, I haven't read the Thursday Murder Club, so I wouldn't know. But if you liked that, then this is also older people investigating. A younger person is there as well, is part of that group as well. And it's just a nice assortment of people that come together for one cause, to investigate. And I really enjoyed it. It was super warm. Felt very nice. Had an easy time rooting for one of the main characters. So, where is the empty space for this? There. I need to, you know what? Here. Let's pull out some stuff, like especially washi strips and so that we can use. So I'm going to decorate right now. That's what I'm going to do. This I want to add into my thingamajig, and then I can add more sticker sheets or more papers in here. This is empty, then this goes. I feel like this would make good space right here. There's space for this. Okay, I really need to use this, otherwise I need to get rid of that sticker sheet. I'm hoarding this one, absolutely. Okay. If I'm not using this, I'm going to put them into my sticker release insert. There's more stuff that could be used. All right, okay. So, in the end, I have this, and then I want some washi tape. But I also want to get up and see what other washi stuff I have. So, yeah, this is the sad story of the paper pad that I have here. Maybe I also want to decorate some other papers. Let me grab them. Nope, I decided that I would just use this paper. I want to add this and this to the mix here. I really am very much in love with these two rolls, and maybe because I'm spendy right now, maybe I should consider just adding more colors. So I pulled out these. This is kind of fall themed. I have this one. I like this as a layering element. And I'll just, you know what? I'm just going to go to town. Okay. Let's just start with this and getting rid of this and see where this leads me. Ooh, I want this to be straight. Yeah, I know. I want this. Maybe this length right here. A little layering right there, and then I want to just add. Oh, do these come apart? Interesting. I need scissors then, obviously. I'm just gonna use this on the front and back and see if I can keep the color scheme. So my thought is I'm just gonna layer these on top of each other like so, and then either use some of these stickers. Oh, I also wanted to use up Karina's. This is a cool color. This would really work well here. Just, you know, adding it here. And then maybe adding one right here and a dot or so here. Wow, this is weird. Let's just cut this too. I want this to be just really quick and not overthinking it at all. So we'll see where this leads to. Oh my fucking God. Now I have to pick up my husband. Why even? I like adding these stamp type stickers to my envelopes, so maybe this is not the right thing. And my friend Casey sent a ton of these, but there is this. I don't know. Not sure I like this. What's in here? I could cut up stuff too. So now the question is, where exactly does this even start? Here, I guess. I want this tail to touch this, and then let me take that bear or rascal and put it on the back, and then here. I'm gonna put this right here and call it quits. Turn it around, do one more. I want this rascal down here, so I guess that's what I'm gonna put. No, like so. So I need one more of these. How about this? I'm repeating the same type of stuff over and over again. There's nothing like extremely, you know, skillful about this length. So I need to leave then in an hour. Not in an hour. I need to leave now because it takes me about an hour to get there. Fuck. Hate it. Oh well. What you do for love, for your loved ones. Okay, I want another blue dot and maybe even another blue line. And these are totally usable for more than just your average planner. You can use this for all the things. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure if this is, and I think I'm going to use this this way and then turn it around that way. I'm not sure if this is the amount of time that you need to invest per page, but I like doing it. It's very mindless. I don't have to write anything. So I guess I could call this Snippets from my desk video done for now. And I will see you again next time. And maybe I'll have a journal with me video up soon. Wow!